Welcome back to the Weekend Adventures. Join us on our next adventure to Universal Studios Hollywood. On this adventure, we will check out the studio tour. Stay tuned for more videos. Like, share, and subscribe. Thanks.
What's out right now?
Why don't we just go ahead with a little bit more than muffins, and then we're gonna start thinking about lunch a little bit.
We're gonna think about lunch. You come up if you want to. Let us know what you want for lunch. We're thinking meatball sandwiches.
Yeah, we'll see you there, right? Take care of you guys.
You two are in charge, Robert. Go on, give me some juicy gossip.
Yeah,
You know what
I
I want.
know.
Okay, all right, get to it.
I'm gonna go back and forth. I know you can just rewind it, but still. There he comes.
Attendants, please wait behind the red line. Please wait. Please wait.
Of the row. And in a moment, once the gates start to close on your left-hand side, watch your hands and arms so that you don't get caught in the gate. Your tour guide, Andrew. If you can't see my name tag, you'll have to take my word for it. But we've not yet met our driver, John. Give it up for John! All right, that was a whole lot warmer than the welcome. 45 minutes to an hour. Have fun, all right? And now, for you guys, you've met your tour guide, Andrew. We've met our driver, John, but you've yet to meet our celebrity co-host, Dean. That's when this studio opened to the public. There on your right, you can see Fire Station 51. It is a real fire station, and inside there work real firefighters, not actors. As far as we know, they might also be actors, but they're definitely real firefighters. And that station gets its name from a fictional fire station from a television series called Emergency, that you may much further away. Yep, there on your right, you're gonna see the Minions from Illumination Entertainment. While the Minions films, take a quick look down this street, because we're seeing the terminal end of our New York Street, but one block further to the right, that is Courthouse Square, made famous in Back to the Future and Back to the Future Part 2. Now this courtyard here on the right with these flowers in the center, that is on a current television show starring Ted Danson. It's called A Man on the Inside, and it's from Michael Schur, the showrunner creator. You may know him as Mose from The Office. Oh, this is so cool. Now, what you see here on these streets here, that's not part of the studio tour. We didn't dress these sets for your benefit, although I'm happy you get to see them. These are props and set pieces used in the production that's currently filming on our Metropolitan set, where typically these sets depict a modern city. It could be anywhere in the world. It appears most often to be
Right here in New York on Saturday Night Live. This is actually my old neighborhood. Once got mugged over there. That old woman. Tough lady. This is my favorite hot dog guy. Hey, buddy. How's it going? Remember me?
I'm into movies, but I fell in love with zombie movies and monster movies as a young kid. My world that I come from is skateboarding and graffiti and comic books. You always have to pay homage to where that art form started. And for me, it started painting stuff to the street.
Ages 32 and 33, that's where she films her new sitcom. It's called Happy's Place, and it once again stars from her first sitcom, Reba, Melissa Peterman. They film right across that body of water. The body of water is also famous in its own right. It's called Park Lake. Sometimes we refer to that as the Holly. That body of water look much larger than it actually is. That was the Mississippi River in the movie musical Showboat. That's where Paul Rudd was, all filmed right here, though there's a good chance that you may recognize this as The Good Place.
New Eleanor Schultz.
Up on the left, that's the clam chowder fountain from The Good Place. And the very next building, that's one of the many yogurt shops that lined the streets of The Good Place. This one was called Yogurt Railway Station that would bring you to Transylvania in the 1930s. On your right is the Court of Miracles, my favorite individual location on the lot, because there's a ton of history, but we still use this set to this day. Do you see the what looks like a cafe set over here on the right that has the awning next to that trolley? That is the very same building, and it looks largely the same as it did in The Wolfman that came out in the 1950s. This was the antique shop in that film, starring a couple primary differences. First of all, now you can see it in color. In The Wolfman, this set and everything you see was in black and white. Also, the windows that you can see here on the near side of the building very simply had a sign painted on them that said antiques. More often than not, that's how we use these sets over and over to convince the audience that they're in a different location. In our first Best Picture winner, All Quiet on the Western Front in 1930, these sets were both Germany and France. And how did we do that? We painted the signs in German or French. And then when you point the camera in one particular direction and isolate anything out of the frame that doesn't help to tell your story, the audience is none the wiser. And of course, it's much more cost effective to film here in the San Fernando Valley, right? Universal City, when your cast and crew and all can start a scene up right as soon as the director calls action. This is a unique set because it's usually dressed like... Folks, nothing to worry about. This is Southern California. We have tremors like these from time to time. On second thought, maybe you better hang on. This might be the big one. Of earthquake inspired by fall back down to earth naturally. Do I say naturally funny? Now, at the grand opening of our studio, remember this was in March of 1915, our founder Carl Laemmle presented a demonstration that was similar to this, but in the years since then we've gotten pretty good at controlling the elements here at Universal. Back at the grand opening, Carl Laemmle didn't have it quite figured out, and his rain demonstration resulted in a massive sudden flood! Look out! That's our flash flood going strong since 1968, just 4 years after the studio tour began. It says Opera House by the front door. This is another perfect example of a practical set, one that you can use to film both inside and out. That's also how it was used in Quentin Tarantino's 9th picture, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. You know the one. Although, oh no, okay, it looks like there's a fin in the water. There may be another shark, but remain calm. As long as we stay on board, we're safe. Let's just hope there's nobody in the water. Oh no, our police diver George is out there. George, swim back to the boat, get out of there. Oh no. All right, I'll be honest, that shark, she got a little bit too close. And you know what? She ate. I mean, yes, queen, right? So we're gonna hide. John's gonna drive us up here where we're safe behind these barrels of gasoline. Anybody have eyes on that shark? See the shark? I'm looking for it everywhere. Oh, that! Why, yes, that's Bruce, our mechanical shark. Give him a hand. Leonardo DiCaprio, Brad Pitt, who won an Oscar for his work in art, many of which we have here on either side. The Ferrari from Magnum P.I., the gyrosphere from Jurassic World. Coming up on your left, we have Dominic Toretto's black Dodge Charger, the Nissan Skyline driven by Paul Walker in Too Fast, Too Furious, that yellow and black Camaro, that's Bumblebee from Transformers, parked next to a Decepticon police car named Barricade. But now, like Marion Crane would have done in her 1957 white Ford, we're rounding the corner onto one of the most historic sets in Hollywood. This is the Bates Motel from Psycho.
Is he there? Is he there?
Oh, and look who it is. It's motel proprietor Norman Bates. I wonder what he's up to. I suppose this time of day, maybe he's helping a guest with a late checkout. How's that for customer service? I suppose we'll stay behind, see if he'll say hello, sign some more. Oh, look at that. He's helping her right out to her car.
Yeah.
Although the trunk is an odd place to put her. All right, everybody, let's just remain calm and don't look directly out. Oh, no. Okay. It appears he sees us, so maybe we ought to check out of the Bates Motel. It looks like we've overstayed our... Coming up at the top of the hill, on your left, we're going to see the original Psycho house, built in 1959 for the 1960 film. Originally, it only had 2 walls, a front and side. It was a facade. Though now, in subsequent sequels and on the studio tour, we see the house from all 4 sides. So it's been boxed in. It's a shell. 4 walls with a structural interior. Which one is that? But now, like I always say after Thanksgiving dinner at my parents', it's time to leave the Psycho house. Let's head to perhaps the most impressive exterior set we've got here on the lot. This is the airplane crash site from Steven Spielberg's War of the Worlds. On either side of us, we see the remains of a real 747. But don't take my word for it. I have once again Steven Spielberg and his production designer Rick Carter to tell you a little more about this location.
The airplane crash site set is a perfect example of a set that is all designed around a vision of Steven.
When we first began to sit down and talk about War of the Worlds, I thought, what if the 747 goes down right in a big neighborhood? Because it's just something you don't see.
You're doing good. You're doing good. Listen to me. Listen to me.
I hope you enjoyed it. See you soon.